Welcome to Genesis chapter 9 and 10. I am Reverend Valerie Love, also known as Kaisi, the author of 26 books on practical spirituality, a global retreat leader, and a practicing Christian witch. Let's go to Genesis chapter 9 and 10. Welcome. If you are new here, we're reading the entire Bible with no lens, no filter, simply reading the Bible to see what it says. Let's begin. And we're reading the Bible from the World English Bible. And why are we using the World English Bible? We are using the World English Bible because it is not in copyright. So there are only a few Bibles that are not copywritten. I know that sounds strange that there's copyright on the Bible. Yes, there are many Bibles, most Bibles are copyrighted. So they are protected by copyright by the publisher. You can, like Zondervan Publishing, different Bible publishers, and you cannot just copy out of the Bible willy-nilly without getting, or read from the Bible as we are doing, without getting permission from the publisher. I have my own publishing company, so I understand copyright very well. And many people do not realize that the Bible is protected by copyright, particular versions of the Bible. And why is that? Just a word on that before we read Genesis 9 and 10, so that you understand why we only read from certain translations or versions of the Bible. And it's because the scholars and the team that did the research to bring that Bible translation to you, because all Bible translations are different, then that's how they're compensated for their work. So they are protected and they did a lot of work. There are many scholars, many translators, many people who do a lot of work, publishers who do a lot of work. They package it up, they get it to Barnes and Noble, they run the whole business so that you can walk into a Barnes and Noble or to a Target and just pluck this beautiful Bible off the shelf. Like, how does all of that happen? A lot has to happen for you to be able to go into a Walmart or a Target or Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, wherever you buy your books, or Amazon.com, wherever you buy your books, and pluck just this perfect Bible that you want, the one that speaks to you with this beautiful cover, and it's translated and it speaks so deeply to your soul. Well, it takes a lot for that to happen, and those people must be compensated and their work protected. Therefore, there are only a few Bibles that are what we call public domain Bibles. The Douay Reams version, the Darby translation, the World English Bible, Young's Little Translation, and the American Standard Version. I'll bring it up for you. I memorize this because I quote the Bible a lot, and I have to know that I'm not treading on copyright because I will get in trouble with YouTube and with my books. So let's go to public domain Bibles so that you can understand. And there you see it. You see what translations of the Bible are in the public domain. Now, in my former list, the list where I just listed out 5 Bibles for you, I listed out these 5: American Standard Version, World English Bible, which is what we read every day, Douay Reams, Young's Little Translation, and Darby. I did not mention King James because you'll see why in the Bible when I tell you in my book, when I tell you the whole story of King James, I would never read from his Bible. So there you have it. Genesis chapter 9 in the World English Bible, which is in public domain. Anyone can read from it, copy from it, put whole quotes from it in your books, all of that. Let's begin. Genesis chapter 9. The reason I don't pray, people might ask, well, you're a minister. How come you don't pray before you read the Bible? Because, they always tell us to pray before we read the Bible. Well, I don't pray before I read Harry Potter, and I don't pray before I read Lord of the Rings. Look, I have the Iliad and the Odyssey right here. Hold on. I have the Iliad and the Odyssey right here. I'm reading that too. I don't pray before I read the Iliad and the Odyssey. So that's the whole point of it. The Bible's not from God, so there's no need for me to treat it as a holy book. That word holy in front of the Bible is a misnomer. Like we don't need to make Homer holy, do we? We don't need to make Lord of the Rings holy, do we? That's the whole point of us reading the Bible, so that you can see for yourself, so that we can all see for ourselves what the Bible really is and what it's really saying. Genesis chapter 9, God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. Because I killed y'all before, and I don't want to have to kill everybody again. Shh. The fear of you and the dread of you will be on every animal of the earth and on every bird of the sky, everything that moves along the ground, and all the fish of the sea are delivered into your hand. Permission to plunder. Every moving thing that lives will be food for you. As I gave you the green herb, I have given everything to you. But flesh with its life, that is its blood, you shall not eat. This is the first verse that Jehovah's Witnesses use to not accept blood transfusions. I will surely require accounting for your life's blood. At the hand of every animal, I will require it. At the hand of man, even at the hand of every man's brother, I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, his blood will be shed by man. For God made man in his own image. Be fruitful and multiply, increase abundantly in the earth and multiply in it. God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the livestock, and every animal of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ship, even every animal of the earth. I will establish my covenant with you. All flesh will not be cut off anymore by the waters of the flood. There will never again be a flood to destroy the earth. God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it will be a sign of a covenant between me and the earth. When I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow will be seen in the cloud. I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters will no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow will be in the cloud. I will look at it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. God said to Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. The sons of Noah who went out from the ship were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham is the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, from whom and from these the whole earth was populated. Noah began to be a farmer and planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and got drunk. He was uncovered within his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it on both their shoulders, went in backwards, and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were backwards, and they didn't see their father's nakedness. Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him. He said, Canaan is cursed. He will be a servant of servants to his brother. Brothers, he said, blessed be Yahweh, the God of Shem. Let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth. Let him dwell in the tents of Shem. Let Canaan be his servant. Noah lived 350 years after the flood. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and then he died. Genesis chapter 10. Now, this is the history of the generations of the sons of Noah and of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Jabin were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. Of these were the islands of the nations divided in their lands, everyone after his language, after their families, and their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Raamah, and Sabteca. The sons of Raamah were Sheba and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before Yahweh. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Out of that land, he went into Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Ir, Calah, and Rezin, between Nineveh and the great city Calah. Mizraim became the father of Ludim, Ananim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim, Pathrusim, Casluhim, which the Philistines descended from, and Caphtorim. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn, Heth, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterward, the fathers of the Canaanites were spread abroad. The border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go toward Gerar to Gaza, as you go toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admon, and Zeboim to Lasha. These are the sons of Ham after their families, according to their languages, in their lands and their nations. Children were born to Shem, the elder brother of Japheth, the father of all the children of Eber. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah. Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan became the father of Almodad, Sheleph, Hazarmaveth, Jira, Hadaram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Their dwelling extended from Mesha as you go towards Sephar, the mountain of the east. These are the sons of Shem, by their families, according to their languages, lands, and nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, by their generations, according to their nations. The nations divided from these in the earth after the flood. If you came here for the reading of the Bible, there you have it. Genesis chapter 9 and 10. First of all, can I say that those names in the Bible, let me tell you, baby, it would have my tongue going every which way. Wow, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. Genesis chapter 9 and 10. God morning, God morning, God morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Two things I got to tell you before we get into today's commentary about the Bible. The Bible. Woo, baby. Let me go back here. I have a whole Bible collection, and in my dream last night, I received another Bible. I'm about to receive another Bible. I know what it was. It was because I went to my storage unit yesterday that I'm emptying out as the new year begins. I'm just getting rid of things. I'm just clearing things, clearing things, clearing things. And in there, I saw my old Jehovah's Witness Bible. Oh my God. I'll bring it to y'all. I'll show it to y'all one of these days. One of my old Jehovah's Witness Bibles, because I've had a ton. Here's one of my Bibles, and here's another one of my Bibles. I'm sitting here before my altar, so what Bible is this? This is the Life Application Study Bible, the New Living Translation. I like the New Living Translation, but if you want to know my all-time favorite, you can see me in here highlighting and reading. If you want to know my all-time favorite Bible, my all-time favorite... Baby, I was making my way through them names. Oh my goodness. Sheila, Palulapala, Palapala, Slapala, Snibada, Nibada, Nibada, Sabada, Kaparua, Melabilishish, Matamesh, Makabatamish. Am I going to make it through this whole Bible? My tongue was going every which way. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Look, there's a whole lot more coming in the Bible because the Bible loves to list out all these different names and loves genealogies. So we got a whole lot more coming. I'll be getting a lot of practice in these names. And if anyone here knows ancient Hebrew or any of these names, if I'm pronouncing any of these names incorrectly, please forgive me and just give me the phonetic spelling in the comments. All right. So here's one of my Bibles here. I absolutely love the Bible. So first off, I'm sitting in front of my altar today, and the reason I speak in tongues is not the truth. That's exactly what it is. So I am sitting in front of my altar today, and the reason I'm sitting in front of my altar, you can see my candle is burning here, because we have a ritual we are doing. It is a 12-day ritual. Oh, by the way, I got to show y'all so much. I'm going to show y'all a couple of things from my altar, and then we're going to get into this commentary. So in Money Magic, and if you don't know what Money Magic is, the link is below. You can watch the complimentary masterclass, no charge for that. And then you can join us in our Money Magic community where we are on purpose, fulfilling your purpose, what you came here for as a spiritual life coach and a divine destiny, a midwife of divine destiny. I support people in living on purpose and then creating wealth and abundance from that. And doing what you love and what you were born to do. That's what we do in Money Magic. Well, right now in Money Magic, and we do rituals and we do rituals and we do Facebook ads. Like it's extremely practical. We do the spiritual work and then we do the physical work. We post videos, right? So it's like we build YouTube channels. So it's not like, oh, we just do all the spiritual stuff. No, you actually have to buy Bitcoin. You actually have to get a wallet. You actually have to do physical steps in the world, because I'm tired of all these people with their manifesting shit. That no, I talk about manifestation, yet the way I talk about manifestation is within the context of you doing the spiritual work and the action steps together, married. And then we're going to talk about manifestation. We're not going to just sit here in a big house that's just going to manifest in front of me. But that's another conversation for another day. So, right now, in the ritual, oh my goodness, come on, come on, come join us. We got money magic in the comments. Come on, come on, come on, Aries moon. So we're in this 12-day ritual, and I've got to tell you, it's called the 12 gate destiny activation ritual. It is not a public ritual. It is only available, it's only for members of Money Magic and the Mystery School. That's the only way you can access this ritual, because then we know that you have the community, you have the guidance, you have the support to safely practice this ritual. Because in this ritual, not only do we do crystal magic, some of the crystals are on my altar right here. Not only do we do crystal magic, we also are doing angel magic in this particular ritual. It's the Pauline art. I don't know if you can see this. This is one of my cases where I hold tons of crystals. I don't want them to fall out, so I don't want them. I'll show you one of them in here. So, isn't that beautiful? So, and I also have my heart cross in here that I use in a lot of rituals. So, because we're in this ritual, I decided that I would do the live stream today from in front of my altar, because I was doing the altar work and the ritual work, and it was so powerful this morning. So the ritual is based on Revelation chapter 21, verses 12 through 21, and it is a 12-day ritual. So for 12 days, I'll be in the ritual. And this is also why I'm live with you Saturday and Sunday, and will be live with you next week, Saturday and Sunday, because we will still be in the ritual, and I'm arising very early anyway at 5 a.m. Now, the ritual's 12 days, okay? Now, I have to show you something. I got to show you something. I have to show you something. Now, this is one of my grimoires, right? This is one of my magic books. And this is the grimoire that I'm using for the ritual. And while I cannot show you everything that's in here, of course, because it's part of the ritual, and we work with 12 gates, the 12 gates in Revelation, we work with 12 crystals, 12 angels, the 12 apostles, and the 12 tribes of Israel. Not because I think it's from God, no, because they all stand for divine attributes. We're using the Bible as magic, because you can use the Bible for anything you want to use the Bible for. So we are a Christian witchcraft community. We use the Bible in all our rituals. There's never been a ritual that you've been in with me, whether it's Hyros Gamos ritual for love relationships, whether it's the 12 gate destiny activation ritual to discover, find, and discover your purpose with clarity and live it, and understand the gifts that you bring to the world and how to exchange those gifts for abundance, whether it is the fall equinox ritual that we do in the Egypt retreat, whether it's the 8-8 ritual, the Lion's Gate ritual that we do in Bali, whatever the ritual is, you go, the 5 burning nights ritual that we do every year, that we just came off of from the 27th of December to the 31st of December. Every year we do that 5 burning nights ritual. That you never would be in a ritual of Reverend Val and it doesn't have scriptures in it, or some kind of Bible reference on it, or some kind of something, because I love the Bible for magic, because the Bible has no inherent meaning. The Bible has no static meaning. I know that's shocking. The Bible has no meaning. So you can use it for anything you want to use it for. You can use it for curses. You can use it for hexes. You can use it. Hoodoos have been using magic from the Bible and the Psalms from the Bible for hundreds of years. It's just how it is. You can use the Bible for anything you want. You can use the Bible as metaphor. You can take the Bible as metaphysical. You can take the Bible as allegorical. You can take the Bible as literal, which I don't recommend. You can take the Bible as prophetic, which I don't recommend either. There's many, many, many different ways you can take the Bible. We take the Bible for magic, for Christian witchcraft. That's how I use the Bible. Well, I got to show you something with this, why I am using this particular grimoire for the 12 gate destiny activation ritual. Oh, Carla is here too. Come on, Carla, for Money Magic. Talk about it. I mean, we're in Money Magic talking about this ritual, and every day something profound is happening, like every day. So that's how we started our year. And you don't have to start your year that way. You can start it at whatever point works for you after you join us in Money Magic. The link is in the description to Money Magic. Check it out. Look at the masterclass. The masterclass is absolutely no charge for the masterclass. And see what your spirit says. If your spirit says to join us, then hop in Money Magic. Well, why am I using this grimoire? Are you ready? This is the Grimoire. The Grimoire. This is the Grimoire from Wicked. Now, look at this. Look at the pages. But wait, there's more. Look at this. That's metal. I am so in love with this grimoire. It is insane. Okay, but there's more. It came in this box. It's a keepsake box. Now, you know I'm going to link it. I will be linking it below from Amazon. And if I can find it in the YouTube affiliate program, I will link it for you. So this is the box. A really strong box. And you can see what it's made of. But let me show you something inside this grimoire, which has me in a chokehold. As the girlies say, these are some of my grimoires over here. Let me show you my big grimoire, and then we're going to get into Genesis 9 and 10. I want to show you the big one that I cannot open. This is my usual grimoire. This is my usual one with the lock and the key. But I cannot open this one on live public places. I'll just say that. Live public places. I don't open that one in public spaces. Let's just say that. Okay. So that's that. But let me show you something about this grimoire that has me in love. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me show you. And then we're going to get into our commentary. Okay. But look at this. The flying monkeys. And then on the back, look at this. But wait, there's more. And then look at this. And then look at this cover. So when you open it all out, oh my God. This is on my Amazon storefront. And I uploaded this video to Amazon. About 25 of these have already sold as soon as I uploaded the video in my Amazon storefront. When I showed people on Amazon that they were buying it like this, I showed it on Christian Witch's YouTube channel. I mean, this thing. Then someone on Instagram broke it down that this is can be decoded. What? And on the other side, I think that they said that Defying Gravity is in here. That song, Defying Gravity. Now, I don't know if you saw Wicked, if you didn't see Wicked, if you like Wicked, if you don't like Wicked. I don't care. This is probably one of the most magical grimoires I have ever held in my hot little paws, witchy paws. And I'm just so happy. You can see it makes me very happy. So if you want one, it is on Amazon. I'm going to link it on Amazon. And I'm also going to see if I can find it for you in the YouTube partner program, YouTube affiliates. Last thing I want to say before we go into our commentary is this. I put on zero makeup today. No makeup whatsoever. Well, actually, let me not say no makeup whatsoever, because I do have on my brows and I do have on lip gloss, lip product. I have on NYX a pink NYX lipstick, and then over top of it, I have a pink lip gloss from the Wellness Club. I have only on my face, this is all I have on my face. If you don't run to Amazon and get yourself this particular castor oil, you can see I'm about halfway through. You can see where I am on this bottle. The amber glass bottle, pure, cold pressed, unrefined, organic. Can I tell you that you put this on your skin? It, baby, the skin is skinning. The texture of your skin, your lashes, put it on your lashes, put it on your brows, put it on your scalp, massage it into your scalp. Oh my god. Put it on your knee. Put it on, put the castor oil pack on your lower belly. You know, I'm a healer. I can't help myself from healing. When I find something good, I talk about it. Put the castor oil packs on gauze, cotton gauze, and put it across your belly at night. Clears out your system without doing what my grandmama and my mama used to do. They used to give us a whole heaping tablespoon of it, and we would be gagging like, quit the orange juice with an orange juice chaser. I still remember the gag from my mother and my grandmother with the castor oil. You would be like, or they'd be like, oh, you need to be cleaned out. They knew death began in the gut. Death and life begins in the gut, baby. Clear the gut. Or take a few drops. I'm going to link this to Amazon. I haven't linked it yet. As soon as this video is over, I'm going to link it below to Amazon. It's this particular one. It's the 7 minerals. Baby, I have tried every different kind of castor oil out there. I've been using castor oil for years. This castor oil, and I do love the Jamaican black castor oil too. I do, with the ash in it. I do love the Jamaican black castor oil as well. This one is my current go-to every single day and night. And take a couple of drops, 2 to 3 drops, and drop it in your belly button before you go to sleep at night and watch what happens in the morning. You can do castor oil packs on your eyes. Do not think that I am here to give you any medical advice. I am not. Do not think that I'm a doctor. I am not. I'm telling you about something good that, baby, if you use it, you cannot be a healer, a naturopath, a person who loves natural healing, and not know about castor oil and not be using castor oil. Do you know what they call castor oil in some countries? They call castor oil, I'm going to type it in the chat. They call castor oil Palma Christi. I hope I'm spelling that right. They call castor oil Palma Christi, the hand of Christ, because of its powerful healing properties. You got Jesus Christ in a bottle. If there was such a thing as Jesus Christ in a bottle. And where did I find that out? I found that when I went to the Edgar Cayce Center in Virginia Beach. All out on Virginia Beach, the Edgar Cayce Association for Research and Enlightenment. It's called the ARE. Look it up. Hold on, let me give it to you. Because, baby, you got to know about these spiritual resources. You got to know about these spiritual resources because they heal everything in the body. And stop running off to these doctors that just want to pump you full of chemicals and cut you and burn you. What are they doing over there in those hospitals? ARE, Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce was known as the sleeping prophet. I have led retreats here to the ARE. Every person that I have ever taken to the ARE absolutely loved it. You could just walk in the door and get a healing. ARE. Who is Edgar Cayce? Edgar Cayce was one of the greatest healers that ever lived. So if you know Edgar Cayce, oh my God, castor oil, nothing like it. And family, let me say this. If you're watching this, Please be kind. I will come and I will show up every day and serve you. Please be kind and let's make this reciprocal. Like, subscribe, comment, right? Buy something using my Amazon link. That's my request. Buy my books. I will show up to you every day. And let's make this reciprocal. How about it? I love the law of reciprocity. Go tell someone, go buy Reverend Val's book today. Go tell someone, you got to watch this video series with Reverend Val on YouTube. Let's make it reciprocal. All right. Genesis 9 and 10. Baby, baby. We got so much to talk about. Let's go to it. Now let's go back to Genesis chapter 9. Because we now going to get into our commentary, as we love to do. First off, I'm going to hit you with rapid fire with several different things. First off, I want you to pay very attention to this right here. Now, this was written by religious people. Be fruitful and multiply. This was written by religious people. No, I don't want to log in. I don't want to do that. I'm just highlighting it for the moment. Be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. Here it says, be fruitful, multiply, increase abundantly in the earth, and multiply in it. But I thought that's the reason why the God, quote unquote, of this whole thing brought the flood in the first place, because there was too many of them. And they were going bonkers, just going bonkers. I thought this was an ethnic cleansing. I thought this was a homicide, a mass homicide. But now the God changed its mind. Yeah, I killed all those other people. And notice how flippy floppy the God is. First, the God said, this is why this is not the supreme source of the universe. First, the God said, I created man and woman, and they're good. Immediately, shit hits the fan because something else that God made came in and told the man and woman, the woman first, make the woman the villain. It's all good. And women, we don't care. We are still womaning. We're still doing our thing. People have tried to make women the villain many times, and it never stopped women. You don't see any of the claims against women stopping women from doing what they're doing. Right now, 50 million women are probably pushing out a baby right now. Right now, as I speak, probably another 10 million women are getting pregnant. Right now, as I speak, probably 5 million women are fussing at their husband. Right now, as I speak, 29 million women are getting children ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I have been around the world, throughout the Middle East, the Far East, to throughout the Caribbean, across the United States, Hawaii, Pacific Islands, 5 Hawaii Islands, Europe, and everywhere I have gone, Africa, everywhere I have gone, women keep the whole thing running. Everywhere I'm going. Now there may be some things that men are the boss of it. There may be some things that men are the front face of it. There may be some things where men set up some things of it. Women make the world go round. Who run the world? Girls. Beyonce was right. Women keep the whole thing running. Women are the hub of the wheel, the hub. Men may turn the wheel, because I don't do a dig at men or women, because I love both men and women. Men and women are different. Men are yang, women are yin. Men are forward facing, conquerors, protectors, going out, speaking, front face. Women, we don't need that. We just get the shit done. We don't need to be seen. We don't need to be in a history book. Now, they'll write history books about us later when they find out all the amazing things we've done. This is one of the big things that I work with women in my coaching programs. Let me tell you this. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Let me get my bell. Let me get my bell, because baby, okay. Let me say something about men and women. Men have no problem beating their chests when they did something. Yeah, I just went over there. Yeah, I just put another baby in her. Yeah, went fishing and look at this big fish I caught. Yeah, I just wrote another book. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, men have no problem telling you what they did. None whatsoever. And they might even add some extra to it. Some men, not all men, and they're with their buds. I mean, just listen to men talk. They're with their buds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're gonna outdo each other. Yeah, well, if you caught a fish, I caught a whale. Right? It is amazing how different men and women are. Women do these huge, fabulous, amazing things and they don't beat their chest about it. They don't say what they did. Men have no problem saying what they did. Yeah, I went over there and I started this company. And then after I started that company, then I went over here and I helped them make $50 billion. And then I would listen to podcasts. Yeah, I discovered the cure for all of the problems of all society. Listen to these men on the podcast and, and listen to all men. Just listen to men speak. They don't have a problem with telling you what they accomplished. Women, on the other hand, it's not natural for us to beat our chests. We are yin. We are nursing. We're birthing a baby. It's in the womb of creation, right? If men are the sun, women are the moon. So this baby is in the womb of creation, and that's very silent and very inward, and a lot of things are happening. If men were pregnant, they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm cooking a baby right now. Yeah, yeah, I just put ears on the baby today. So hey, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome." Men are amazing. I grew up around men. I love men. I have a lot of men friends. None of the men friends that I have, none of my male friends have this issue. None of them. They'll tell you. And they're also very straightforward in general. Women, it is so hard for me to get these women to open their mouth and speak up and say what you got to say. That's hard. That's hard. As a coach, I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I tell you, to get women to step up to the plate and speak of the things that you can do for people and stand on your square and borrow a page out of a man's book, not become a man, because I'm very feminine and I love being a woman. I'm talking about taking lessons from men, take some notes from men. Don't be ashamed to say what you did. Speak up. We read a book years ago in our book club called Toot. It's called Toot. I'll show it to you. If you have a hard time speaking up and tooting your horn, I've been coaching my daughter to toot her horn in corporate America. Like men in corporate America, they don't have no problem tooting their horn. Toot, the book. Okay, let me go to Amazon. Amazon. Shop on Amazon. Let me give you Toot, the art of blowing your own horn. I might recommend this. Oh, brag. It wasn't Toot, it was brag. That's why I wasn't finding it. Brag. Let me remove all of this stuff here. Brag. Let me get you the link. Okay, where's my Amazon link? I'll link it for you below. This is it. Brag. The art of tooting your own horn without blowing it, by Peggy Klaus. Because women tend to not blow their own horn. Okay? Women tend to not blow their own horn. And women do great things, and we need them to blow their horn a little bit more. Okay? Okay. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 9. And let me say this about the brief: be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. Every one of the three major religions, well, maybe all religions around the world, they all grow by reproduction and not by selection. Let me come off. This is why you find this in holy books. Let me tell you why you find this in holy books. Let me tell you why. Religions, all the religions of the world, especially the big three: Islam, Christianity, Judaism, All of these religions grow primarily by procreation and not by selection. What do I mean by that? They're having one family will have five children. And if that's a Jewish family, we just got five more Jewish people. If that's a Christian family, we just got five more Christian people. And if that's an Islamic family, we just got five more Islamic people. Now, it is true that not all the children stay true to the religion of their birth. Yet, these five people, these five new Islamic people, these five new Christian people, these five new Jewish people did not select that religion. They were born into it. Well, they could select something else later. Howsoever, when you are born into it, when your subconscious mind is conditioned to it, when you are trained in it, when you read the holy books of it, when your parents make you go to the holy house of it, they make you recite the scriptures of it. They have so thoroughly soaked your brain, even while you were in the womb, you were soaking in the religious construct. So when you are born, you are now born into that thing and you're looking around, you're a blank slate, and you're looking around and you're kind of trying to figure it out. And they're telling you what it is from the second you're born all the way to the time you come of age. And then you have a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, or you get baptized in the Christian religion, or you get your first covering if you're a girl in Islam, or in a boy in Islam, you start going with the men and learn the things. You are going to come to some coming of age ritual. In Christianity, is baptism, some kind of coming age ritual. And if they didn't baptize you as a baby when you were, in the Catholic situation, they're going to make sure, let's get them now while they're a baby. That's why these religions keep telling these people to have all these babies. It's in the religion because this is how the religion grows. Religions don't grow by selection. Because if you walked up to a grown person who had no conditioning in religion whatsoever, and you said, okay, I need you to come every Sunday to this particular house and do what? Give worship to an entity outside of yourself and give 10% of all your money that you ever make. For what? What am I getting back from it? Love. You're getting the the love of your heart, knowing that you're loved. Well, I already know I'm loved right now. You would have a very difficult time with a 30-year-old person, let's say, who's just walking around the planet, never had any religious conditioning. Maybe their parents were scientists or agnostic and said, or just were open and said, well, you choose your path. It would be very difficult for you to get that 30-year-old person into any one of these religions. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. That's by design. They know it. So they need you to breed, 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 breed so the religion can grow and keep growing. And hopefully we keep all. They know they're not going to keep all the children because some of the children are going to be like me. What? I don't think so. And they're going to be out of there. Yet you got a fighting chance because every baby born is another convert. That's why it's telling you that, because God didn't put that in there, because supposedly the God said that all of your heart, God said in the verse in the chapters prior that the heart of man is wicked all the time. This supposed God said, well, the heart of man is evil. Well, how did the heart of man get evil? You made them. You made them. And then you say, I see, their heart is just evil. Let's kill them all. Except my favorite. But then when the favorite comes out, oh, make more, make a lot more, fill the whole earth with evil people. Oh my God, stop it. Okay, let's go further. Now, you know how Jewish people say that they have a covenant with God, right? I'm not picking on Jewish people, I pick on all religions. I just talk about religions in general. There's no one specific one that I hate any more than any others. I don't hate any of them. I just know that they're kindergarten. Every religion is kindergarten. It's where you go to figure out some things like how to draw and they give you the round scissors that really don't cut the paper. It kind of bends the paper when you cut. And they give you blunt instruments to cut with because they know that our consciousness is immature and we need some kind of something. So one day you're going to graduate religion if you want to. If you don't want to, stay there. Stay there forever. I'm not out to empty all the churches, mosques, and synagogues. That's not the object of the exercise here for me. I know that there are a lot of people who think that that is my object. I know that in the comments, people think I'm a religion basher, I'm a Bible basher. That is not my intention at all. I will tell you my intention, and I've said my intention many times, is to inspire to freedom. If you want to be free in your mind, in your spirit, in your body, in your life, if you want that, I'll offer what I know about that, and I will inspire with it and leave it with you. And I know you are God, ye are gods. You will choose what is best for you. I honor you, and I know that you're not intelligent. You're going to choose what's best for you. All right. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you notice that it's very strange that the God said when he talked about putting a rainbow in the cloud, that the God himself is going to look at the cloud? Wait a minute. It would be a sign of the covenant. And it says here, the rainbow will be in the cloud. I will look at it that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. Is the God on earth looking at the rainbow too? This God is very fleshy. This God is walking around in the garden. This God is having conversations with people, multiple people. This God is telling this one, you're going to get banished. But then the person says, oh, but I'm going to get banished. But how if I get banished, you need to help me because these other people are going to kill me. This God is just walking around talking to all these different people. Now, let me ask you a question. Right now, is God walking around talking to people, or do you meditate and you go within and you have your spiritual practices and you hear clearly from the voice of spirit within yourself? These people are not meditating. They're just walking around having conversations. And it reads to me very much like regular people walking around talking. He's talking to this one. Sounds like a boss. It sounds like the Anunnaki to me. This one is telling, because that's what it is. It's the Elohim. This one is telling this one what to do. This one is saying, I'm going to banish you. But what you're going to banish me? And they're having a conversation back and forth. And then when you ask Christians, why is it that people don't talk to God like that? Well, it was only like that before the flood. It was only like that in the Garden of Eden. It was only like that back then. That's their go-to answer. That answer wasn't enough for me. Okay, let's go further. What about the whole getting drunk episode? So Noah gets drunk. His first son comes in and is like, whoa. He comes out, yeah, dad's drunk. The other two brothers are like, yeah, dad's drunk, took off all his clothes. What? The other two brothers, they're so holy and righteous. They pick up a cloak and they back in and they throw it over their father and they walk out. But now when the dad wakes up, he knows that the first son came in and saw him naked. No, what the fuck you doing in your tent with no clothes on anyway? And then you get mad when somebody come in and see you. Okay, but then when he came in to see him, then later on, when he woke up the next day, yeah, you came in my tent when I was naked. You cursed forever. But wait a minute, Noah, you was drunk. You were the one that took off all your clothes. Let me say something about this. Let me say something about this. Let me clear my throat. Do you understand that this is the curse they use to say that Black people are cursed? Do you understand that that is the actual scripture passage they use to claim that Black people are cursed because Black people come from the line of Ham? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the problem one. Now, is that true? Of course not. But then Noah hexes. Oh, you think there's not curses in the Bible? We've probably already read about 4 or 5 curses in the Bible, and we're only on chapter 10. It's a curse in the Bible. The first 10 chapters of the Bible have at least 3 or 4 or 5 curses and hexes. I'm going to hex the ground. I'm cursing the ground. When you try to grow it, it's not going to grow. I'm going to curse you. When you give birth to babies, it's going to hurt. I'm going to curse you that you're going to long for your husband. He's going to rule over you. And you, man, I'm going to curse you. You're going to sweat to make some bread, and it's not going to make for you. And guess what? Like father, like son, because Elohim said, yeah, I made you like me. So here go Noah. Oh, you saw me when I was drunk. I was in there with my clothes off and you came in. How dare you? You curse. You're going to be a servant of your two brothers. Now, let me ask you a question. Can someone remind me again why we love Noah so much? Why is Noah a hero? Why are these people heroes? Why? You just cussed your son and said he was going to be a servant of the other two. Not only did he take his inheritance, you're going to be a servant of a servant. Would I ever tell my children something like that? Oh my God, but you were the one drunk. Noah's like, I can't take the pressure coming out the flood, building this whole ark. Y'all is on my nerves. He closed the tent. Give me some booze. The man just drinking, took off all his clothes, getting all happy. Where's my wife? But you came in. Yeah, hey, Dad. Oh, man. Leave out. No one even said that this was a strange occurrence. Were they used to Noah getting drunk? I don't know. Was Noah an alcoholic? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I want to tell you one thing. I do not hold this man in high regard. And I don't recommend that anyone else hold this man in high regard because everything I've read about this man doesn't give me any reason to hold this man from the Bible in high regard because he's not talking to a God, he's talking to an overlord. And he's not doing anything particularly special other than saving his own hide and saving a few people that he likes. It didn't even look like he went out and tried to help anyone else. It looked like to me all Noah was doing was self-preservation. And after the self-preservation, he was kowtowing to the god by making a sacrifice to the Anunnaki who didn't like him, Enlil, so he could get him on side. That sounds manipulative. And then he's a drunk. He's in his space getting drunk. Nothing wrong with getting drunk. Get drunk if you want to get drunk. But then when someone comes in, one of your own kin comes in and sees you in your inappropriateness and leaves out, then you curse them. Can you please tell me? I'm telling you, I am going to break down every single one of these Bible characters, and you please tell me why these Bible characters are thrust before us as heroes. They are not. They're not. Noah ain't no hero to me. Denelsia. Noah drunk and asking for his wife. This sounds like today, doesn't it? I just want to know why. And in church, and Noah built the ark and he had faith. And you sinners of the dust of the earth, you ain't even got the faith of Noah. If the flood came now, you wouldn't save yourself. Okay, thank you. Hallelujah. Come on, choir. Okay, give us your 10%. What? Did I just pay 10% of all my income to be called a sinner? I can be abused anywhere for free. But I'm getting abused here every Sunday. Voluntarily. I'm just walking in. Abuse me some more. Take away all my self-esteem. Call me a sinner. Call me the dust of the earth. Okay. Just break me down, shall we? At least in the military, they break it down and they build you back up. In church, they just break it down and say, come back next Sunday for more abuse. Okay, Pastor. Yes. What were we doing? Sometimes it amazes me what we were doing. Okay, back to the commentary because I have more to say about this, but we're not done yet. Typical human living in the Vessel experience. That's all it is. Absolutely, Aries moon. There was nothing. It sounds like a bunch of crazy people. See, y'all are my peeps because y'all were asking the same questions in church. That's why they kicked us out. Now, for anyone in question, is there any question as to why the Jehovah's Witnesses kicked me out? Baby, you know I was a problem for them. I was a problem. Like Beyonce said, America's got a problem. For me, it was JW's got a problem. It's me. Okay, let's go. Oh, y'all making me cracking up. This Bible is amazing. This book is amazing. And we only on chapter 10. We are only on chapter 10 of the very first book of the Bible. And already, oh my goodness, the thing is wild. Already. Oh my goodness. Right. That's an excellent question. This is an excellent question. Here we go. And this is a critical thinking question. I always wondered why we didn't call Noah our father if we are the offspring of his sons. That's exactly right. Wouldn't it be then that there is a covenant with, if this is God, with the whole world, not just Jewish people? Because they talk about the Abrahamic covenant. But before Abraham, there was Noah, and the covenant was made with Noah. And supposedly, Noah is the father of all people on planet Earth, which we know cannot be possible according to genetics. That's according to the story. So, in the story, we should be calling Noah our father. And man, if Noah was my father, I know I was in trouble because I'm just 1 second away from getting cursed and being a servant of a servant, so a slave of a slave. That can't be good. So you're absolutely right. This is why it is incoherent. This is why it's inconsistent. This is why we're reading it with no lens, with no filters, with not thinking about it as a church book or a holy book or even a spiritual book or a book about God. We're simply reading it so that we can understand what it is saying. Okay? Got to go do your 12 gates. All right. I replied to end. Okay, good. All right. Go ahead, Aries Moon, and do your ritual. Some does do the rituals, or she's probably doing the ritual at 8 a.m., perhaps. And she's going to do her ritual. I do mine at 6 a.m. You pick a time that you do the ritual. It could be 5 a.m., it could be 6 a.m., it could be 8 a.m. And then you do it exactly 12 hours later again. So mine is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Some people are 7 a.m., 7 p.m. So we are in a ritual. We're in 12 gate destiny activation ritual. Okay, so let's continue because I'm not done with this Genesis chapter 9 and 10 yet. There's some very big gaping holes that we ought to pay attention to. Let's go back. So he's cursed, but now let's go to chapter 10. Did you catch something very strange in here? What? Here's the sons of Japheth in verse 2, the sons of Gomer in verse 3, verse 4, the sons of Javan. Verse 5 says, of these were the islands of the nations divided in their lands, everyone after his language, after their families in their nations. It says it again down here, according to their languages. Did you catch that? It says, according to their language, according to their languages, yet the Tower of Babel hasn't happened yet. And supposedly at the Tower of Babel, all the earth was of one language. And then when you get to the Tower of Babel, way after the flood, that's when all of the languages came into existence. But no, the Bible's saying something different. It says the language. Did you catch that? Did anyone see that? Language, according to their language, and then later on, according to their languages. But there's not supposed to be any languages yet. It's all supposed to be one language, because later we're going to get to the Tower of Babel or Babel, however you say it. Glaring hole right there. Did we not look at that? Did we not see that? Did we not see that? The language. Y'all are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Y'all are seeing it. Y'all are seeing it. Like, we're not blind. The wool has pulled over our eyes, yet we pulled it off. We're not blind. We can read. We can read. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, yes. I love this. Hello. Hello. Please, can we have a brief discussion about your community? Oh, absolutely. So, I have two communities that I work with. One is Money Magic, where we do on purpose. The whole goal of Money Magic is for you to get on purpose. And that's part of my life work is I am a midwife of divine destiny. And when I say get on purpose, I mean, what are you born to do? What's your calling? What's your love? What is your thing? And so we have a very specific process that we do in Money Magic for that. We have a ritual where you understand and uncover your purpose. And then we have 12 the 12 gates are in the ritual. And then we have 12 portals. We go through one portal a month, and every portal gives you another aspect of living your purpose on planet Earth. So we talk about personal branding. One portal is about you and your ikigai and your we cover your ikigai in there, which is a Japanese principle. We also cover your enneagram in there. We do so much of Money Magic. And we also do branding, personal branding. We also do when you get into who's your avatar, who are you here to serve. Yeah, it's my school community. That's exactly right. Yes, it's one of my school communities. I have two school communities. It's it's getting there in there with your purpose, and then once you do that, you build a personal brand. Just like I've built a personal brand for over 20 years, and people know what the personal brand of Valerie Love is. And then I have a brand that is not a personal brand, which is Christian Witches, which is my calling and my love and my passion and what I pour my energy into. So Christian Witches is not a personal brand. Valerie Love is a personal brand according to today's verbiage of what we would call it. And I myself feel that building a personal brand is probably one of the most potent, powerful things you could do. You and your own personal brand. Next, we also do your avatar. We have actual avatar worksheets. I'm going to show you a little bit inside the community. Would that be okay? I'll show you. I don't want to share anything that is private for only members of the community to see, but there is something that I can show you in Money Magic. Let me go to the About page. This is the About page. So when you get to Money Magic, this tells you what it's about. And right here, this gives you a brief video of what Money Magic is about. This is a more intense masterclass. So this video is pretty brief, but so you can watch this video right here, and it can tell you, it's only like 3.5 minutes. It gives you like an intro to Money Magic, but then if you go down here and you press that one, you're going to see the full masterclass on Money. And then here, you're going to see wins from the community, buying silver, buying Bitcoin, buying this, because we build wealth from the money that you make from living on purpose. It's a whole system. That's Money Magic. That is my school community. I freaking love school. I freaking love school. If everybody would get off social media and just get on school, I would love that. Please, can we talk privately? Not here to spam. Yes, you can book a call. Let me show you all how you can book a call with me. Hold on. Book a call. So glad you asked that question. I'm so glad you asked that question because I forgot to promote because I was so busy into Genesis. Let's go to valerielove.com/call. This is for everyone here. And this is how you book a call with me. Let us copy this. Copy. Let's go over here, drop it in the chat. Thank you so much for asking this question. Now, let me say something about booking this call. You can book a call with me to find out more about Money Magic or our global retreats. And if you're ready to book a call, here's what I want you to know. We agree to honor each other's time. Set an appointment and then put the time in your calendar. Your appointment will be conducted via Zoom, and you're going to receive the Zoom link that morning on the morning of your appointment. No shows will not be rebooked. I never have no shows because no shows will not be rebooked. And do not book a call if you're not ready to move forward at this time. You can leave that appointment time for someone else who is ready to move forward so that we honor each other's time. If you're absolutely ready to move forward with a retreat or with money magic, and you just have a couple of questions, by all means, or you want to know if this is right for you, by all means, book a call. If you just want to hang out and chat, I don't do that. I don't do hanging out and chatting because we can do that on YouTube. We're chatting right now. If you want to book a call with me, be ready to move forward. Be ready to invest in yourself. Be ready to understand which path is right for you. And then we're going to move on that path. That's what we're going to do in that conversation. It's not going to be a get to know you conversation. So if that doesn't sound like something you're ready for yet, I understand. If money magic doesn't sound like something you're ready for yet, you're not ready to really hone in on your purpose, I understand. It took me a while to get ready. So I never fault people for not being ready. I never do, right? Castor oil, this is an excellent question. Castor oil. Does the castor oil help with stage 4 kidney disease? I'm going to tell you to please book a call with me because I cannot publicly give you any recommendations for kidney disease. I'm not a doctor. I'm definitely not a doctor. I cannot give you any recommendations for that. If you speak privately, I can give you healing ideas and suggestions that you can use, and I will tell you what has worked for other people. That's all I can give you. I can't tell you how to heal it, cure it. I'm not a doctor. Book a call and let's talk about that. Because I do have ideas for you. I don't have a diagnosis for you. That's for doctors. I don't have a medicine for you. That's for doctors. I don't have a cure for you. That's for doctors. I'm a healer. I work totally different than doctors. I'm a spiritual galley. Do you see all this? A spiritual gal, spiritual girly. Do you see all this? Do you see this? I'm gonna go back to earth. That's where I get all my healing from. I got plant medicine right over there right now. I'm about plants. That's what I'm about. If anyone knows Reverend Val, she got a green tea. She got, and I drink coffee. I absolutely drink coffee because coffee is from coffee beans. Coffee is very good for you. Coffee is from plants. It's what they process things to do. And in my coffee, I get lattes with oat milk. That's more plants. I put plants on my face. I wash with plants. My body gel, shower gel, soaps, and my lotion comes from plant-based shower gel soaps and lotions. That's what I do. So you want to talk about that? I can point you to the right direction. I can show you, I'm going to show you the healer's path. The healer's path is very different from the doctor path. Allopathic medicine is not it's not the move. I can show you the healer's path. That other path, I don't touch it at all. I don't talk about it. I got nothing to say about that path. I can tell you about the healer's path. That's what I can tell you about with certainty because I've been doing that for almost since my 20s, and I'm about 80 now. No, I'm kidding. I just turned 64. Oh my goodness, I'm about to be a crone. I'm about to be grown and sexy. Okay, so I answered that question. Members, you will grow spiritually and financially in money magic. Come on, if you listen to spirit and allow spirit to work through you, whoo! You know, I've got to say something, Carla, that you're really reminding me of with regard to money magic. Money magic is a container with a powerful intention, a container with the steps, a container with the community, a container with the coach, a container with conversation back and forth with other like-minded people. It's a community, right? We're always talking to each other about this, that. Iron sharpens iron. You're going to grow just by being in the community, even if you don't take all the steps. Some people are doing this thing. Some people are doing this thing. Some people are doing YouTube. Some people are doing, the wellness club. Different people do different things. Some people are writing their books. And there are different stages of development. This is a community. And if you're in the community, you're going to grow, you're going to advance. That's why people are not advancing. They're just hanging out by themselves, trying to watch YouTube and trying to figure out everything. No, when you're ready to invest in yourself, that's when you come into a community. When you're ready to invest in yourself, because you have that level of worth and self love and value that you know, my life is about something. And I'm going to get real clear on what my life is about. And I'm going to step out and live it. That's when people show up to the door of Money Magic, to Reverend Val's door. Yes, because in Portal 12, we get into the money part. We get into investing in gold, silver. I give you the recommendations. It's step by step. Where to invest in gold, where to invest in silver, how to invest in Bitcoin, how to custody your own Bitcoin. We do all that. So you are not going to learn all of that in 1 month. So if you're thinking about, well, I'll just try it out and see. No, 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 baby, don't try it. Baby, don't try it, because money magic is not for the curious. It's for the committed. You're going to be in there a year, 2 years, 3 years, or however long it takes for you to get the work done and do what you came to do. It's not for the curious. If you're, oh, let me just try it out. Please don't. I don't want your money, because I don't take money from curious people, because curious people ain't going to do shit. I don't take money from curious people. I don't want your money. Keep it, baby. Take that money and go buy yourself something nice at Nordstrom, because you ain't ready yet. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. I have booked for a call, but I didn't see any notifications in my mail. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. Look in your bulk mail folder. Look in your bulk mail folder. Make sure. Look in your bulk mail folder. Okay. Book a call. Go all in. That's it, Carla, right? You know how we do at Money Magic. We're not playing with it. This is our life work that we're talking about. We're not talking about, this is not a thing to play with. Your purpose, your destiny on this planet, that's something to play with? I don't think so. For me, it's number one. It comes before my children. It comes before the booze and the lovers and this and that. It comes before the playthings I want to do. No, number one is, why did you come here? What did you come here for? What did the divine source have in mind when it created you and sent you here? What is that? Because until you have that, baby, you're lost. That's what I have found. Until you have that, you're lost. And once you have it, oh my God, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Did you see my 2025 highlight reel? 14 cities, 8 countries. Mexico, Dominican Republic. I wanted all expenses paid for 2 trip to the Dominican Republic. Why? Because I help people as a healer. Dominican Republic, 3 resorts. We had access to 3 resorts. Stayed in 1 resort, had access to 3 resorts. Me and my daughter ate till we couldn't eat no more. Dubai, Siem Reap, Cambodia, Bangkok, Thailand, Da Nang, Vietnam, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Doha, Qatar. Baby, just live on purpose. Summertime, had my kids with me for the summertime. My beautiful grandkids, had them with me for the summertime. Then after the summer was over, I was like, baby, it's time for some adult entertainment. Me and my daughters flew out to Vegas to see Beyonce Cowboy Carter tour. Baby, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you how it flows when you're in alignment, when you're in sync, when you're on purpose, when you are doing what you love and what you were born to do. There's some kind of grace that happens. You start rolling down on the lazy river. Not that you're being lazy, it's that you're in flow. Do you know what I'm talking about? Baby, get in flow. Because you're working too hard. You're scrambling. You're struggling. I hate to see people struggling. Baby, why are you struggling? Come on, don't do that. It's going to make you put wrinkles on your face. Don't do that. Ain't no need to struggle. Boo, your grandmother, your grandfathers, your great-grandparents, your ancestors, they did all the struggling for you, baby, so that you could get here and you don't have to struggle. They already did the struggle for you. If life is a struggle, you're doing it wrong. If life is a struggle, you are doing it wrong. Come on. And we know this is money magic. Getting ready to open your gate. Okay, go open gate 4. Love you. I opened gate 4 this morning at 4 at 6 a.m. is my gate opening. Okay, let me see. Or can I drop a place where it can call me or message me? Yes, for sure. If you go to my Facebook, does everybody have my Facebook? Go to my Facebook and DM me. Or you can email me because my email is below most of my videos. You can email me. Go to the email description box all the way down and email me. Only for you, okay? But please, and also with your website and not spamming you. I understand. I understand. Let's connect. Yep, has nothing to do with religion. Indeed. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Oh, I think there's one more thing from Genesis commentary. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think there's one more thing from Genesis commentary that I had to speak on. Genesis chapter 10. Let's go back. Let me make sure we got all of our commentary. We got all our commentary, and I will have a question for you. The nations divided from these in the earth after the flood. And do you notice that there were groups of people being divided? And I just want to put this little caveat out there. This is exactly what the Anunnaki did. They divided groups of people up, people groups, and they each were the Elohim of this people group. There was an Elohim of the Egyptians. There was an Elohim of the Israelites. There was an Elohim of this group of people. There was an Elohim of this group of people. And one of those Elohim, namely the one who later became known as Yahweh, Yahweh is fashioned on older ones because the first mention of Yahweh is Yahu, Yahu, I believe, or YHU. It's very late in human history. It's only about less than, I think, 3,000 years ago. I'll get the exact date for you. Yahweh is somewhat of a newcomer on the scene. So that the whole idea of Yahweh is fashioned after an older being that was already in the zeitgeist. I remember now, thank you, Spirit, what it was I wanted to show you. Hold on, I want to show you something. Hold the phone. It's in Genesis chapter 9. I want to show you something. This is where Genesis gets its law. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 9, where it's talking about a life for a life. Hold on. A life for a life, that if you kill a person, the person must be killed. If you take a man's life, then that person's life must be taken. Let's go to the next one and see if it's up here. Okay, at any rate, there is a line in here where he is talking. Here it is. First of all, this is the line that Jehovah's Witnesses use to deny blood transfusions to any of their members. But flesh, this is literally why they don't do blood transfusions. It's the most crazy thing you ever heard in your life. But flesh with its life, that is, its blood, you shall not eat. I will surely require accounting for your life's blood. So they take from that and a couple of other scriptures in the Bible that you should not ingest blood at any time. You cannot have any blood enter your body. That's why they don't take blood transfusions. And this is what I also want to say about this law. Whoever sheds man's blood, his blood will be shed by man. For God made man in his own image. But that is not why whoever sheds man's blood, his blood shall be shed by man. Hold on, let me copy this and let me go into ChatGPT because I want to ask ChatGPT. Oh, hold on, let me come off screen share for a second while I log into ChatGPT. Hold on. because I want to show you something that is pretty shocking about where this law comes from and where eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth comes from. I want to show you where this comes from. Okay, we got to put in the code. One moment, I'm logging in. This is critical for us to understand. Where did Genesis get these things from that it's doing? And I can tell you, well, not I can tell you, anyone can tell you this. It is very specific where it came from. Hold on. And we're going to ask ChatGPT right in front of you where this came from. Hold on. If it'll let me log in. It's acting a little strange. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Let me make sure. All right, hold on. Hold everything. You are going to love this. Let's go to ChatGPT. Because we're going to conduct our research right here. Now, let me put this in. I copied it straight from the Bible. This is from Genesis 10:5. Genesis chapter 10. Is this also in the code of Hammurabi? I always spell it wrong. Hammurabi? This is from the code of Hammurabi. Let's read it from Hammurabi. Here it says, it's the principle of like for like. This is from the Code of Hammurabi, which is far older than Genesis, dated to about 1754 BCE. Remember, Genesis written somewhere between 600 and 1000 BCE. So wherever you date Genesis, the writing of Genesis, we would say that this is 1,000 years older, over 1,000 years older than Genesis, or at least 800 years older than Genesis. If you think Genesis was written around 1000 BCE, this is written 754 years before Genesis. If you think Genesis was written around 600 BCE, this was written 1154 years before Genesis. And let's talk about, I want to see the exact passage. Let me ask, can you give me the exact reading? I want the exact reading from the Code of Hammurabi. I'm spelling it wrong, but I'm just doing this on the fly. Of course, I would not be putting that in a book. Incorrect spelling and things like that. Okay. He shall pay compensation. Okay, unintentional killing does not automatically result in death. If the woman dies, they shall put his daughter to death. Ooh, that's pretty scary. This follows a case where a pregnant woman dies after being struck. Ooh, that's pretty harsh. Uh, Lex talionis, which means like for like, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, bone for bone. If he breaks another man's bone, they shall break his bone. If a man destroys the eye of another man, they shall destroy his eye. If a man knocks out the teeth of his equal, his teeth shall be knocked out. It's like for like. Like whatever you do, we do the same. Now, why is it important to understand the Code of Hammurabi? Oh, was I on screen share? Hold on, let me show it to you. I don't think I was on screen share for that one. So here's what it's giving us in ChatGPT. It's like for like. That is the principle. And so Genesis, if we think of the Code of Hammurabi or Hammurabi, however you would like to say it, Hammurabi, it is once again dated to 1754. the Code of Hammurabi. Okay? Now, why is this important to understand? Why is it important to understand the law code? The law code of Hammurabi, or the law code of Hammurabi. I call it Hammurabi. It's important to understand the law code of Hammurabi because it would have been in the zeitgeist. For thousands of years, this is how people conducted the law. It came from ancient Sumer, and it was passed down through Akkadian, Babylonian, Assyrian law. And it was solidified in the Code of Hammurabi where they actually wrote it down. That, like for like, you break a person's bone, we break your bone. You knock out a person's tooth, we knock out your tooth. You kill a pregnant woman, they die, we kill one of your kids. That's where Genesis got it from. It got that principle, that whole like for like principle that you see in the Bible, from an ancient law code much older than the Genesis book itself, that the Genesis creators would have known about. And they put pen to paper and used that law code and that story for their own purposes. I hope that's clear. Let me know in the comments. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Casey out.